Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. This is Naaman with the DC Camp. Back with another video. Okay. First and foremost, call halal Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Bahashim Kwadash. Double honors go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations also go out to the fellow Akim that are out there on the highways and byways pushing the truth across four corners of the earth. And while exposing these devils, these Edomites, these so-called white people, this whole power structure for what it is, wicked. We're also trying to wake up the remaining hope of the elect because, in case you haven't noticed, time is very short. Things could literally kick off at any moment. All right, with the impending eclipse coming, just a few days from now. In fact, Monday, the 8th. So, once again, here we are with, I don't know, I might start a series of like, we told you so, alright, because people of a certain persuasion, usually of the Caucasian persuasion, I like to say, well, see, you people, you're always giving the cops, a reason to shoot and kill you or fuck you up or whatever have you. And we've tried to always let you know that's not always the case. Yes, gotta admit, a lot of jakes, and even though they might get mouthy, that's no reason to, do what in most cases they do. All right, depending on the situation, whatever have you. But what do you say to jakes that have not done anything? Like, okay, even as far as children, people that did comply and they still ended up in the ground. What do you say about that? Now we get into the system and the inherent racist, just outright hate towards our people. All right. So here we go with a video of a Jake who admittedly, he was driving without a license. Shouldn't have been doing it. I got you. No problem. But here's where they fucked up in their hatred and their power trip. Okay, yeah, you got them. No, driving without a license. Take the car, lock him up, whatever. Have him go to court. But as you're going to see here, this is why we always say that in the scriptures verify that we are indeed a prey. All right, let's get.
A Tallahassee cop caught planning to have.
Hold on. What am I going to do here? Let's see. Let's look up prey. All right. Because that's what we are. We have no power here. All right. Let's see what I want here. Let's see. We don't want Miriam. Hold on. Let's see. Let's go. Should we go Cambridge? Let's see. Let's go Oxford. Let's try Collins. Hold on. As soon as it loads, I apologize for the slight delay. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. You can refer to the people who someone tries to harm or trick as their prey. We fall under that category. It's a constant. All right, let's see. Here's a good one. If someone preys on other people, especially people who are unable to protect themselves, that's Jake by and large. The curses, right? They take advantage of them or harm them in some way. even with your mind. There's all kinds of witchcraft and psychological warfare going on. All right, but that's not. Let's go somewhere else. Let's see. Was it dictionary.com? Hell, I can't remember because I tried to do this before and unfortunately, the video was so choppy I just had to abandon it and we'll try it again. Let's go free dictionary. Alright, I think this is it. Yeah, one that is subjected to or afflicted with something. Again, Jake. One that is deceived or taken advantage of by another. Yes. Alright. Plunder, booty, that's what we are. Alright. Let's watch the video.
Evidence in a DUI arrest. I would have never. Okay. Let's give you the first part of a report about the incident from the outlet, our Tallahassee.
Let's see.
Meet Calvin Riley. He's being stopped by the Tallahassee Police Department on South Monroe.
Hello, sir. I'm Officer Oliver with Tallahassee Police Department. Do you
She'll
have your
plant
driver's
evidence
license,
of an empty liquor bottle in Riley's car before arresting him for an alleged DUI. Riley's license is suspended, and officers decide to arrest Riley on a first offense for his suspended
Would you be
license.
willing to
They
do
got him.
some voluntary field sobriety exercises?
Run him for that. You got him.
Okay. Here, go ahead and
So
step
he didn't
out
want
of
to
the
do
vehicle
a.
for us.
They didn't tell him the consequences of refusing that voluntary test.
Just go ahead and face the corner of the car for us. Your license is
After
suspended.
detaining Riley, they ask him if he smoked any marijuana.
Mr. Riley, I got a quick question for you. So I smelled marijuana in your vehicle. Did you recently smoke?
Once he's arrested for driving with a suspended license, they can search his car. Officer Oliver leaves the car, does a 360, and then goes back in the car, retrieving a sealed liquor bottle and pours it out.
Operative word here. You hear
That's
that?
the sound of the seal on the liquor bottle breaking. Here's another angle. While Officer Muth questions Riley about marijuana
Did
again,
somebody else smoke in your car earlier?
Oliver tosses the empty bottle into the passenger seat. They don't find any marijuana in the car.
I was in a dance class and went into the locker room on the first day, and there was a
Who
boy in there.
cares?
He's trans.
Salaki.
He would go in.
Back to the video.
Extraordinary.
With millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable, we just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member. So
But it
we continue
doesn't
to
stop
bring this
there.
content
Listen to
you.
this.
Now back to the show.
And would you know, wouldn't you know if there's more of this?
Yeah, because they had him dead to right with driving with a suspended license. But no, they had to just when they see whenever it's Jake, no, we gotta get something else. We gotta get these niggers on something else. Well, she opened a sealed, never been opened, liquor bottle. All right, so you got him on a suspended license. You're trying to also get him on controlled substance. All right, get him under the influence of something. So, since that didn't look like it was gonna come to anything, you open a bottle of liquor was just brand new. I mean, hadn't been, well, I don't know about brand new, but had never been opened before. You can hear the seal cracking. So they got him on all of this. All right. Why? Because it's in their power to do so. All right. This is who's ruling over us. It's not enough. All right, fine. He's guilty on that. Let's keep going. Suspended license.
Of this, there's part two.
Here's Officer Oliver implying to Officer Muth that the empty bottle was likely what was in a cup in Riley Center console.
Cover where like the knee would sit. There's an opening, and he had it like tucked. Okay. And then the whatever he had in his cup also tucked.
Then Officer Muth tells a senior officer that they found open alcohol in the car,
That's
in both a
about
bottle and a cup.
Yeah.
They're forgetting something.
Well, okay, so you had a bunch of alcohol.
Trying to
stuff.
get the lie.
Yeah, open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, in his like Tervis in the center console, he had a mixed drink, and then under his knee, he had a like little bottle of vodka tucked away.
When officers group to discuss the case, they all ask each other if their body cameras are off.
Duh. Forgot about that, huh?
Marijuana.
Yeah.
Are you still on?
The video ends at this point.
Look at your life, America.
Why did I read that definition for pray? Because that's what we are. Here in America, always have been. Actually, everywhere Jake is, but this place, these Edomites are, what's that? Exceptionally wicked. All right, this is Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. Who is it talking about? It's talking about Israelites. All right, they are all of them snared in holes. All right, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey. All right, Prey, and none delivereth for a spoil, and none saith restore. All right, another definition would be booty, Booty. All right, as in spoils of war. All right, and none saith restore. So all this shit, see, this is the thing. This country was built off the blood, sweat, and tears of our people. Free labor. Talking about make America great again. Well, who made it so? All right. And these people, for those of you that think that you're going to get any kind of restoration, like it says here, in the form of whatever, reparations, or see, we don't. That's what we're trying to tell you. See, you're looking at, or excuse me, you're looking to get something from a people that hate and despise us, that are naturally cowards. All right, and you notice they make it a point to rub it in your face because they give everybody else something, but never us. All right, and I keep, in a lot of my videos, I bring up the point that, you know, after the Civil War, the U.S. Civil War, with the so-called Emancipation Proclamation, which we know was bullshit, they never wanted to make things right. It was just lip service. And the amendments that were written up, you know, the wording in the 13th Amendment, I mean, they're talking about correcting that, but why? It's too late to do. I mean, see, this is the only thing. This is the kind of people that if they're going to do anything, they're going to be forced to do it. That's why there's scriptures that basically say the same thing. All right, they're not going to repent. It's not in them to do so. All right. So they're not going to seek to make amends to the people that they've hurt the most. Why? Because we have no power to enforce, to make them, and that's the thing. They're going to have to be made to do so. The only way that you're going to receive any kind of compensation in the form of, let's say, money, they really don't want to do that. They're talking about in the form of what bullshit they're talking about, housing vouchers and shit like that. Anything that where they could still profit off of. See, if you get that, they go, well, we'll give you tuition or something. See, but when you get the money, you can do whatever you want to. They know this. A lot of jakes might just say, fuck it, and leave this place. We can't have that. These are our niggers. But the only reason you're going to get, if you were to get anything, is if they feel mortally threatened. I mean, something really bad has to happen. So, Pharaoh. Read Exodus chapter 7 through 14. He got to the point, man, just leave. But the Most High hardened his heart. Similar scenario here. They will have to get that bad. Take whatever you motherfuckers want to take and get the fuck up out of here. But that's never going to happen. All right? That's never going to happen. That's not what the prophecy states. All right? This man's going to be brought down. All right, let's continue on a little bit more. Read this again, but this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith restore. Let's get that in the NLT. Let's see, Isaiah 42 and 22. All right, in the NLT it says, but his own people have been robbed and plundered. His own people, not everybody else. They have been robbed and plundered, enslaved, imprisoned, and trapped. They are fair game, prey, for anyone and have no one to protect them. No one to take them back home, to be restored. All right, and that's ultimately what we want. That's our land over there that people are fighting over. They don't even belong there. Let's continue on.
All right, so let's tell you more about this. Riley told our Tallahassee that between posting his $750 bond, legal fees, missed work at the barber shop, he in turn missed a car payment and then another, and he decided to forfeit his car back to the dealership. The arrest report was written by Mweth, signed by Mweth Smith and booking officer. The report reads, a search of Riley's vehicle uncovered a small bottle of vodka, approximately 5 fluid ounces, that was found open in a pocket on the driver's seat cover. Just go in with the lie. Public defender representing Riley questioned Officer Oliver in a pretrial hearing held in late February. Oliver claimed she poured the liquid out because of Tallahassee Police Department policy number 42, which she said prohibited impounding liquids as evidence. It doesn't. A review of the Tallahassee Police Department policies found no policy prohibiting the collection of liquids as evidence. She just make up the number too. She just said, 42. Okay. Her favorite player wears number 42. This is just wacky. So let's get to the rest of it, shall we? Officer Kirsten Oliver has been deposed twice in the case. In her second deposition, public defenders handed her a copy of TPD policy number 2. However, she was unable to locate any section that prohibited impounding liquids. Oliver stated, I don't remember at least 16 times during her second deposition. She should get checked out.
Yeah.
Be another underlying issue here. Public Defender's Office debated in a series of pretrial motions that testimony and body cam evidence of the liquid bottle not be admitted as evidence in the trial. State Attorney's Office objected. Officer Oliver.
Let me pause this real quick, because as you saw, I meant to stop it when she was reading that. See, Jake lost his job. See, it don't take much for Jake to get hemmed up. Come on, how much the majority of us is worth? What was that report that came out? Especially when it comes, see, when we talk about Jacob's trouble, this is what we're talking about here. Jake does not have the resources, so when things go bad, as far as just to say the economy, you know, Jake just does not have the resources. When we talk about Jacob trouble, I don't understand. Clearly, people aren't paying attention to what's right in front of their face. All right. When we say it's going to get bad out here, there's a reason scriptures like Daniel 12:1 are out here, and others. All right. It's going to get really bad. 2nd Ezra 15 and 16 chapters, starting with 15 and 14 there. All right. It's going to get bad out here. And the ones that are going to suffer the most are the ones that have been suffering the most. All right. And that's Jake. That's our people. All right. But again, it doesn't take much to Jake, you know, is in ruin because we don't have the savings that others have. All right. For what should be obvious reasons.
Oliver had no ill intent behind this and had no reason to believe that it would exonerate the defendant, said Assistant State Attorney Emma Hershey,
Of course.
personally vouching for this officer who doesn't even know the policies. It's not just the dumping out of the alcohol. They destroyed the seal. The seal is important, said Public Defender Desiree Goodfellow. They said that the policy is for open containers, Goodfellow said, but by destroying the seal, they made it inculpatory. They used the fact that the bottle was open as evidence in the report. Officer Oliver said herself on the stand that yes, an open alcohol bottle in the car is pretty big evidence for DUI, Goodfellow said. Judge Jason Jones now, former prosecutor, overseeing the case. In a recent pretrial motion, Jones ruled to strike body cam evidence that included statements made by Riley before he was Mirandized. Riley was detained in Oliver's patrol car for over 9 minutes before being informed of his Miranda rights while restrained in cuffs. Jones didn't honor a motion by the public defender's office to strike evidence of the bottle of cognac. I heard what I thought was a seal being broken, Judge Jones said, and one of the officers testified that she thinks that that's what she heard as well. That's going to be up for the jury to decide what they think. Riley's jury trial begins Friday, April 5th.
Today.
Now, Oliver, who is just 26 years old, is one of the newest hires in the department as a result of TPD Chief Lawrence Revel's aggressive hiring practices. I hope you're still getting the best people, though, Chief. I hope you're not.
Remember, this is Tallahassee, Florida. All right.
Sacrificing integrity, character, understanding of the law. I hope not.
Well, that's all gone.
Francesca, where do we start with this one? I don't like that the judge split the baby. Judge Jones, quite frankly, former prosecutor, as many judges are. If even the police say, oh yeah, I think it was the seal. I don't know that that should be left up to a jury, although I try to have faith in juries, but we know they sometimes miss the mark or don't look like us or have our experiences when certain people go before the court. What say you?
So much for a jury of your
yeah.
peers. That bullshit.
You watch these videos, you hear the account of it, which is incredible. I'm glad. I think it's our Tallahassee that put this together. So this is the kind of local reporting that's so important that we don't often see on a national level. But it seems like an open and shut case of planting evidence on this man. But of course, if the judge is not admitting all of the evidence or is trying to tailor what the jury is ultimately going to see, you know, that's going to change whether or not this police officer is actually held accountable. Again, we rarely see them in court, so this is a step, but it's just so wild to me. You know, I watch this and I'm like, they're bored. The cops are bored, number one. Maybe they don't need all that money. Maybe they don't need all that overtime. Maybe they don't need that many people patrolling at this time. This gentleman is clearly providing no threat to anyone. Thank God it didn't end worse. But then also you think about what happened to him since. He couldn't pay his $750 bond to get out, which again, we're living in a time where the former president of the United States is out on bond from like $500,000, and yet a gentleman like this, who poses no threat to anyone, couldn't pay his $750,000 bond. His car gets impounded. He misses days at the barbershop. He misses days of work. Like, it's just on and on and on. The way that this judicial system in this country, preys upon poor, and 9 times.
There go that word, pray. That's exactly what we are and have always been.
Out of 10, people of color and Americans of color. It's just wild.
He's not convicted, but he's already faced a significant punishment.
Right.
And while
Yep.
you have a judge knocking off a third of Donald's record-breaking, judgment bond, just put up $175 million, no big deal.
Yeah.
When it comes to this case, it's $750, which is a lot of money to this defendant. I don't see anybody doing that for him. Actually, they knocked off, 2/3? Okay, why not make it $250, if anything at all? Why not just, in this case, can't he sign his name and he's going to report? It's sick, but I agree
Yeah, and to
with you. The best and the brightest, I don't see that.
and to certain, let me
Doesn't know
pause this real quick.
law. No.
And to certain other individuals with the complexion for protection, as they say, they'll go so far as to say, well, I remember years ago from one case, was it for rape? With this Edomite, where the judge said, well, he didn't want to ruin his life, something to that effect. Wow. This place is wicked. This place is just wicked. We need to get the fuck up out of here, And for those of you that see this video, this is what we're always. That's why we're out here on the highways and byways. All right, one of the reasons. Because a lot of our people still got that rah rah rah, go USA type of spirit. Those idiots who I suggest you stay far from. Alright? Or if you have no other choice, deal with them, but keep your distance. Because boy, they're going to get a rude awakening here very shortly. Alright? Let's see what's a little bit left. Let's see. Hold on. Back to the video.
Knowledge that it was shown. Okay? Can't remember all these times. I do think there needs to be a cognitive test here. I'm thinking about her. Okay? I don't know if these particular officers wanted to audition or put themselves at the head of the line for that show that I hate, Cops, where they're just performing for the cameras. Real life people are subjected to this, and they're performing for the cameras. That's what it felt like. Quickly, I'll give you the last word.
I mean, we'll see what happens. I think this is a story that Dr. Ritchie and all of us, we're just going to be following this. I'm glad that they're actually, that this, again, local reporting is the reason we know about this, and I'm glad that Mr. Riley has a public defender, and that public defender seems to be doing their job, and we'll see how it shakes out.
So there you go. There you go. All right. Man. This is why, let me get this scripture here. Boy, did we mess up. Boy, did we mess up. And the weight of our fuck up. Alright. This thing won't even move. Let's see. Come on now. There we go. Now this is the, as you see the heading here, you know, the faith chapter. What the hell? Alright, by faith. Alright. Which is the walk that we're in, that we undertook. Alright. But we are people, like it says, that are robbed and spoiled. Because we are, you know, we didn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments that we agreed to follow. Alright. This is Hebrews 11 and 14. For they that say such things declare plainly that they seek a country. And truly, if they had been mindful of that country from whence they came out, what's the saying? You never know how good you had it until you lost it, basically. Alright. They might have had opportunity to have returned, but now they desire a better country, that is, an heavenly. Wherefore Yahweh Shem Yahushua is not ashamed to be called their power, for he hath prepared for them a city. Alright. And then we go to 2 chapters over in 13. Alright. Why? Verse 14. For here have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come. Alright. That's what we're striving for. Because any Jake that wants to stay here, no. That's why Zechariah 13 and 8 is there. 2/3 of our people are just beyond reproach. They're gone. Alright, so once again, it's never going to change. Alright. And it's only going to get worse. I put up in the group chat, what was it, GMS Australia Down Under. He did a video where they're going cashless down there now, and you got people that are pissed. Alright. So look for that to come here. Maybe that's why they have deploying the National Guards. I've been thinking about that to various places, supposedly along that eclipse, the route that the eclipse is going to follow. All right, could be they're going to use this as cover for flipping that switch on. You know, your money's no longer good. Your cash in coin is no longer good. We'll see. Also, they were having bank runs down there, so, and they were telling people, well, you can only, you know, withdraw. So, you know, it's just going to be a whole lot of chaos that's coming. All right, that's why we need to get the fuck up out of here. All right, so with that, once again, I hope whoever views this video is edified. That's what we aim to do here at Great Millstone. All right, filter everything through the scriptures, as it should be. And once again, remind you of the power of prayer and fasting, because you're going to need it. So with that, until the next video, Shalom.